Excuse me, what's going on here? Somebody just tore down my apartment building?
Oh my god, Colin, just calm down, okay? Just trying to teach you a little bit about urban forestry.
Urban forestry? What, you expect me to live in the trees? What am I, an elf?
No, silly goose. Urban forestry refers to the trees within our city.
Yeah, so we have lots of parks.
Something like that, but also trees and the plants on our city streets and backyards.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Hey, Colin, if you're willing, I'll invite some of my friends and we'll teach you more about urban forestry. How's that sound?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome. High five! Here comes Dixon and Lucas.
Hey, Jacqueline, what's up?
Hey, Lucas, what's going on?
Hey, Jacqueline.
Hey, Dixon.
Whoa!
Ninja roll.
Well, guys, Colin here is trying to learn a bit more about urban forestry.
No problem.
No problem, I got lots of information.
Sweet.
First, I'll talk about the positive benefits of urban forestry. It improves air quality by trapping pollution particles that cause breathing problems. It also absorbs carbon dioxide and other gases, and in return provides us with oxygen. Reduces air temperature when water evaporates from the leaves, and
Don't forget that it also intercepts rainfall, resulting in reduced storm water runoff and improves water quality. It also provides much-needed wildlife habitat and reduces noise pollution by acting as a sound barrier.
also, it can increase property values up to 30%. In addition, deciduous trees planted on the south and west sides of the house can reduce air conditioning needs by up to 40%. Evergreens planted on the north side act as windbreaks, lowering the winter heating costs up to 10%.
That's all well and good, guys, but aren't there some challenges pertaining to urban forestry?
Like what?
Like exotic plant and tree species from other parts of the world. Over the past decades, they've seeded into ravines. They're wreaking ecological havoc on these green corridors, which contain the city's last remnants of the original mixed hardwood forests that once covered the majority of southwestern Ontario.
You're right, Colin. Exotic species have few natural predators and are able to overtake native plants by starving them of light, water, and space to grow. Compounding these pressures in the torrents of storm water that course off the surrounding pavement, walks, sidewalks, and rooftops by washing the fertile soil from the ravine slopes and into the rivers.
Not to mention drought. Often during the summer months, weeks pass without rain. Trees growing in forests are protected and can go longer without rain, but those that grow out in the open, amongst baking concrete buildings and roads, quickly dry out and die. Ultimately, though, our growing population and the subsequent increase in urban density are taking the largest bite out of our urban forest. Space in the city is limited, and finding 90 square meters of fertile soil to accommodate the roots of a mature tree isn't easy. Toronto's urban forest isn't doing so hot. Between 1994 and 2004, it decreased by 24%. Now we have only a 17% canopy cover for the entire city, compared to Washington, D.C. that has over 40%.
Colin, don't worry. In Toronto, we're doing lots to improve our urban forest.
For example, Toronto's Parks, Forestry, and Recreation Strategic Plan aims to increase the tree canopy up to 40% in the next 50 years. Over the past couple of years, the City of Toronto has planted hundreds and thousands of trees. Toronto's Urban Forestry Services works hard to maintain the city trees, but over 60% of the trees are on private property.
Yeah, and there's even a bylaw that protects trees on private property.
Hey Colin, have you ever heard of the organization called LEAF? It's dedicated to the protection and improvement of urban forests within our city. I have a friend on speed dial that can give you lots of information on how to do this.
Yeah, call him up.
Hey man, I planted this tree yesterday.
Hey man, what's up?
I got some people over here that really want to know about planting trees within our city.
Boom! Urban forestry is wicked. We'll be there in a minute.
Wait, they're going to fill your head with tons of knowledge.
Sweet.
Hey guys, heard you want to know a bit more about how you can improve your urban forest by planting trees. Kevin and I here have a few tips for taking care of newly planted trees. Once you've chosen what native species of tree you want to plant, there are a few things you should try to do to take care of it properly. First, you got to surround the tree with mulch to help keep the soil moist and reduce the competition from grass and small plants. Second, water. For the first few years, a tree will need extra protection from drought. Water for 15 minutes at least twice a week. If your newly planted tree is tall or top-heavy, it may need staking. Loosely tie your tree to a flexible wooden stake placed at least 2 feet away from your tree. Lastly, you've got to prune dead, diseased, or damaged branches. It's usually best to have the help of an arborist to correctly prune your newly planted tree. It's easy.
As for planting a tree, these are 6 things to avoid. Number 1. Lawnmower damage. Lawnmower damage is the number 2 killer of young trees, second only to drought. Establish a wide circle of mulch to protect the base of your tree from mowers and weed whackers. Number 2. Attaching things to trees. Rope, string, and wire tied around any part of the tree can girdle the bark and cause serious damage. Trees grow a new layer of tissue every year. When this growth is restricted, the flow of water and nutrients up and down the tree is affected. Avoid nailing birdhouses or other objects to trees, as this creates an entry for pests and disease. Number 3. Root damage. Don't forget that roots extend up to 3 times the height of the tree. Be sure to maintain a large area of soft ground surface around your tree so that roots can grow and get the water and oxygen they need. Do not install paving or interlocking bricks near trees. When doing renovations or constructions in your yard, be sure to establish wide tree protection zones. Number 4. Salt. Salt applied to walkways, driveways, and porches in winter eventually work its way into the ground. The trees in your yard can be negatively affected during spring and melt when they begin absorbing water. Try chopping away ice in winter and using sand as an alternative. Number 5. High nitrogen fertilizers. Fertilizing your lawn or garden will also affect your trees. High nitrogen fertilizers can cause a rapid increase in height before the diameter of the trunk is large enough to support it. Sprinkling compost is a more balanced and natural way of feeding your lawn. Finally, number 6, pesticides and herbs. Chemical pesticides can be fatal to trees, insects, butterflies, and songbirds. They have been proven to be harmful to humans and pets. Always use non-toxic alternatives to chemical pesticides.
Well, Colin, do you feel any different about urban forestry now?
Yeah, completely. Guys, I really can't thank you enough. You've taught me all about the importance of urban forestry and shown me how simple it is to take care of my own urban forest. I can't wait to go out and plant a tree.
Yay!
Yeah, man.